In the heart of Costa Rica, a most unusual sight unfolded. Trucks rumbled into a national park, not carrying tourists or researchers, but a peculiar cargo truckloads of orange peels. These peels, a byproduct of a nearby orange juice factory, were destined for a patch of land that had lost its vitality. This seemingly strange delivery was, in fact, the beginning of an ambitious ecological experiment. The goal was simple yet profound: to breathe life back into a barren landscape using nothing but waste. The sheer scale of the operation was impressive. The trucks continued their deliveries day after day, week after week. The discarded rinds piled up, forming an odorous mountain in the middle of the wilderness. The air was thick with the pungent aroma of citrus, a smell usually associated with kitchens and orchards now permeating the rainforest. This was not a case of careless dumping but a calculated act of ecological restoration, a bold attempt to heal the land using nature's own tools. The area chosen for this experiment was not selected at random. This particular swath of land within the national park bore the scars of past agricultural exploitation. Decades of intensive cattle farming had stripped the land of its nutrients, leaving behind a compacted, lifeless soil. The once thriving rainforest had been reduced to a desolate expanse dominated by invasive grasses. These tenacious invaders, quick to colonize disturbed grounds, choked out native plant life, disrupting the natural biodiversity. This desolate landscape stood in stark contrast to the surrounding lush greenery of the national park. It served as a stark reminder of the destructive impact human activities can have on delicate ecosystems. The experiment with the orange peels offered a glimmer of hope, a chance to reverse the damage and restore the land to its former glory. The mastermind behind this ambitious project was Daniel Jansen, a renowned ecologist, and Winnie Halwax, his wife and research partner. With decades of experience studying tropical ecosystems, they saw in the orange peels an untapped potential. The peels, rich in nutrients and organic matter, held the promise of revitalizing the depleted soil. The idea was to mimic nature's own composting process on a grand scale, using the peels to jumpstart the ecological recovery of the degraded land. However, their vision faced an unexpected hurdle. Another orange juice company, Del Oro, stepped forward, offering to supply even greater quantities of orange peels. This generous offer, while seemingly beneficial, came with a catch. Del Oro owned vast tracts of land within the national park, land they intended to use for their own agricultural purposes. The partnership, while tempting, raised concerns about potential conflicts of interest and the long-term ecological integrity of the project. A lawsuit and a standstill. The influx of orange peels and the involvement of Del Oro sparked controversy. Environmental groups concerned about the potential for corporate exploitation of a national park filed a lawsuit. They argued that the project, while well-intentioned, lacked proper scientific oversight and could have unforeseen consequences. The lawsuit brought the experiment to a grinding halt, leaving the mountain of orange peels untouched. The legal battle dragged on for years, becoming a focal point for debates about conservation, corporate responsibility, and the delicate balance between economic development and environmental protection. The orange peels, once symbols of hope for ecological restoration, now lay dormant, trapped in legal limbo. The future of the experiment and the fate of the degraded land hung precariously in the balance. The outcome of the lawsuit would have far-reaching implications, setting a precedent for future ecological restoration projects involving private entities and public lands. The return to a green oasis. In 2013, more than a decade after the project's suspension, a team of researchers returned to the site. The legal battles had finally concluded, and the team, led by Timothy Truer, was eager to assess the long-term impact of the orange peels. What they found astonished them. The once barren land had undergone a remarkable transformation. A lush, thriving forest had emerged, teeming with life. The orange peels, long since decomposed, had worked their magic. The soil, once depleted and compacted, was now rich and fertile, capable of supporting a diverse array of plant life. Native tree species, once struggling to survive, now towered over the undergrowth, their canopies teeming with monkeys, sloths, and a multitude of bird species. The invasive grasses that had once dominated the landscape were nowhere to be seen, outcompeted by the resurgent native flora. A model for the future. The Costa Rican orange peel experiment stands as a powerful testament to the restorative power of nature and the innovative ways we can use waste to heal the planet. The project's success, though achieved through a serendipitous series of events, highlights the potential of bioremediation using agricultural waste. It offers a glimmer of hope for replicating such efforts in other parts of the world facing similar challenges of deforestation and land degradation. The lessons learned from this experiment extend far beyond the borders of Costa Rica. It underscores the need for rigorous scientific monitoring of such projects, ensuring ecological integrity and guarding against potential negative consequences. It also highlights the importance of clear legal frameworks governing collaborations between scientists, conservationists, and private companies, ensuring that economic interests do not overshadow environmental concerns. The Costa Rican orange peel experiment, while not without its challenges, serves as a beacon of hope and a model for future endeavors seeking to restore our planet's degraded ecosystems.